All right, everyone, welcome back to the show. And today we are going deep on positive thinking.
Really excited for this one.
Yeah, me too. I think
Yeah.
we all get bombarded by, feel-good advice and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And it's easy to just kind of roll your eyes, right?
Absolutely.
But we're going to take a deep dive into this topic and really try to tease out what's actually useful and what might be, just a little bit too simplistic.
I love that approach.
Yeah, so we're drawing from this really interesting podcast I came across called The Power of Positive Thinking. And it really goes beyond the surface level stuff.
Cool.
It really digs into the science and the practical applications of positive thinking.
Looking forward to it.
Me too. So let's jump right in. One of the core ideas in this podcast is that happiness is a choice and every day is a fresh start. So I want to throw this out to you. Does that resonate with you at all?
It does actually. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking, oh, Monday again, when I'm already behind. But when I consciously choose to start the day with a positive outlook, it really does make a difference.
Yeah.
It's like setting the tone for the whole day.
Totally. And I've noticed that too. If I wake up on the wrong side of the bed, it kind of sets me off in this negative spiral. But if I can catch myself and reframe my thinking, it totally shifts my experience.
Exactly. And the podcast talks about this idea that thoughts create reality, which sounds kind of out there.
Yeah, a little woo-woo.
Right. But when you really think about it, our thoughts influence our feelings influence our actions, and our actions create our reality. So in a way, our thoughts do shape our experiences.
That's true. And it's not like we can control everything that happens to it.
Of course not.
But we can control how we react to it and how we interpret it.
Exactly. And there's this psychological principle called attention bias that plays into this.
Attention bias.
Yeah. It basically means that our brains tend to focus on things that confirm our existing beliefs. So if we're feeling negative, we're more likely to notice negative things, and that just reinforces the negativity.
And that's so true. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Exactly.
So how do we break out of that cycle then?
Well, the podcast talks about the power of gratitude and how starting the day with a grateful mindset can really shift your perspective.
Oh, yeah. They had this great anecdote about a woman who was going through a really tough time.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And she started making a list every morning of things she was grateful for. And it completely transformed her outlook.
It's amazing how something so simple can be so powerful.
It really is. So
Yeah.
do you have any morning rituals or practices that help you set a positive tone for the day?
I do, actually. I've started incorporating a few minutes of mindfulness meditation into my morning routine.
Oh, wow.
It helps me clear my head and focus on the present moment.
That's awesome. I need to try that.
You should. It's really grounding.
Yeah. And speaking of gratitude, is there any scientific basis for this, or is it just a feel-good thing?
Oh, no, there's tons of research on gratitude, actually.
Really?
Yeah, studies have shown that practicing gratitude can reduce stress hormones, improve sleep quality, and even boost your immune system.
No way.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
So it's not just about feeling good. It actually has tangible benefits.
Exactly.
Wow, learning so much today. This is great. Okay,
Mhm.
so another thing the podcast emphasizes is the importance of self-talk.
Right.
Speaking kindly to ourselves and using positive affirmations.
Hmm.
What are your thoughts on that? Does that stuff actually work, or is it just a bunch of fluff?
Well, I think it's important to remember the concept of self-fulfilling prophecy.
Right.
If we're constantly putting ourselves down and telling ourselves we're not good enough, we're more likely to act in ways that confirm those beliefs.
That makes sense.
But when we cultivate positive self-talk and focus on our strengths, we're creating a new narrative for ourselves.
So it's like we're reprogramming our brains for success.
Exactly. And there's research to back this up, too. Studies have shown that positive self-talk can improve performance, reduce anxiety, and boost confidence.
That's amazing. Okay, so let's get real for a second. Life isn't always sunshine and rainbows.
True.
How do we stay positive when we're facing real challenges like job loss or illness or relationship problems?
That's a great question. And I think it's important to acknowledge that positive thinking isn't about ignoring negativity or pretending everything is perfect.
Right.
It's about choosing to approach challenges with a more constructive mindset.
So it's not about denying the negative. It's about choosing to focus on the positive even when things are tough.
Exactly. And it's about believing in our ability to overcome obstacles.
I like that. And the podcast also talks about surrounding ourselves with joyful things, taking care of our physical health, and spreading kindness to others.
Right.
Seems like these are all interconnected, right?
Absolutely. It's about creating a positive feedback loop in our lives. Well, when we prioritize our well-being, both physically and mentally, we create a foundation for positive thinking.
So it's like taking care of ourselves allows us to better handle stress and challenges.
Exactly. And when we extend that positivity outwards through acts of kindness, it not only brightens someone else's day, but also reinforces those positive feelings within ourselves.
Oh, I love that it's like a chain reaction of positivity.
Exactly. It's the ripple effect.
The ripple effect. I like that. Okay, so to wrap things up, it seems like the key takeaway from this deep dive is that we have more agency over our happiness than we might realize.
I agree.
Even small intentional shifts in our thinking can have a huge impact on our overall well-being.
Absolutely. And that's a really empowering realization.
It is. It's like we're all holding the keys to our own happiness, and it's up to us to unlock that potential.
I'll leave you with this question. What's one small positive action you can take today to brighten your day and maybe even inspire someone else?
That's a good one. All right, thanks for joining me on this deep dive. It's been really insightful.
It has my pleasure.
And to all our listeners out there, keep those positive vibes flowing.
Keep shining.
We'll catch you next time.
See ya.
Bye.
Yeah.